Hey everybody, I'm all in my feelings today, so I just want to make a quick little statement here, and I especially want our white friends to notice what is happening with what's coming down from POTUS and all of the people he has working for him behind the scenes, trying to seek out little obscure things that may try to get a rise out of black people. First they talked about trying to the possibility of pardoning the person who took the life of George Floyd. Then they just completely destroyed Black Lives Matter Plaza, not just painted over it, but completely destroyed it. Then, in the name of the attack on DEI, they are systematically removing the names and images of prominent black people in history who, for a variety of different reasons, they just want to erase the history in all of the federal government's websites and documents and things like that. And then yesterday, they decided to take a provision out of the an act that was passed in 1965, which would allow companies that contract with the United States at a federal level to have segregated facilities, segregated businesses, to just have segregation again. Now, of course, all of this stuff can be fought in court, but it seems like they are trying their best to get into the minds and the deep-seated heart pains of Black Americans. They're trying their best to get us out there protesting. And you all know that we as a group, as a lot, cannot get out there and protest, because the minute that they see the crowd is not all white, the minute that they see that we are out there protesting, then it gives them an opportunity to pave the way for calling for that law that starts with an M. And if that were to happen, our country will be turned upside down. As Black people, we are holding it in. Is this bothering us? Yes. My parents, uncles, aunts, we're not talking ancestors who fought for civil rights. I was born before the Civil Rights Act was signed. This is how new all of this is. And yes, this is tearing us apart inside, but we cannot get out there and protest. Black bodies cannot be on the front lines out there. We need you. We need you to make your voices known or heard in relationship to what they are doing with trying to erase history, with trying to get a rise out of Black people. We need you to advocate and let this administration know that what they are doing is not okay. And we need you all to get loud about this. And it's our white brothers and sisters who need to do this and need to do it quickly. This needs to get in the media. This needs to get loud. What he did and what they did as far as allowing contractors to have separate facilities should cross a line for many of you who say that you support us. We want to see it. We need to see it. This is an opportunity for us to see it. I'm hurt, I'm angry, and I apologize for my emotions coming out right now. But this is an opportunity for us to see it. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is A Week in Africa, and I'm your host, Bemu. So, black people have come out boldly to react on the issue of segregation being brought back by President Donald Trump, and they're like, do we care? No, we don't. And that's what black people are saying. After Trump lifted the ban on segregation or the segregated facilities, and they're trying to say that we're going to focus more on building ourselves as black people, having black schools, black hospitals, black restaurants, and the white people, the ones who are standing on the verge of losing it. So these news got white folks off guard, and they're trying to react to the news, making headlines. And I've made a compilation of videos of white people reacting, and they're really frustrated. By the way, I don't know whose idea was this to bring back segregation. Actually, Trump is the first president in more than 50 years to lift or to do away with these some of these federal laws that ban segregation. So before I put the videos, the video compilations for you guys, kindly, if you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. Take me to 100,000 subscribers. Of course, I'll be more than grateful if you do that for me. Turn on post notifications, because every day I post new videos here, and I'd like us to be a family, so that every time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified. Like this video so it can be suggested to as many people as possible. And don't forget to leave a comment, because I like us to have the conversation going on in the replays. But right in the meantime, let us jump straight into it. I'll be back with further commentary.
I know goddamn fucking well I did not just see something that says that Trump wants to bring back segregation. Bitch, I promise you, I will spit in every white person's fountain, and I will fucking drink from the black people's fountain. I'm that fucking bitch, okay? I'm the one that you motherfuckers would have had up in a tree, because I'm not walking with you fucking racist piece of shits. We're not the same fucking white people you used to know, bitch. Fuck you, Trump.
You think segregation is hurting the black and brown community? Scroll through their videos. They are laughing, having a good time, celebrating. They try to stay away from us, for the most part. Not in an evil, mean way, the way you would love for it to be, in a safe, protect themselves kind of way. Because white people get brown and black people killed. So you're not doing anything to harm them. You are going to harm your businesses by losing them. You're going to harm the atmosphere, because it's going to be so boring and staunch. And on top of that, you're showing us, the ones that just want everybody to have freedom and, rights, don't want to go back to the 60s, you're showing us where not to go. You're making it very simple. So yeah, you're not hurting anybody but yourselves by trying to bring the evil to the world back out into the open, because we know you've had it in you. You're just going to put it on full display so everyone can see not to go near you. So segregation, that's a joke. It's a disgusting, vile, evil joke that's only going to hurt yourselves.
Black people really don't give a shit if they can't be around white people, right? Like, you think that black people give a flying fuck that you're not going to let them into your racist ass place? Because I promise you they don't. What's really going to suck is not being able to go into black spaces like that. That's gonna suck for white people who enjoy things that are cool and fun. That part's really gonna suck. But we deserve to be kicked out. Okay?
Segregation is no longer illegal. Dude, when are people going to realize his idea of making America great again is de-evolving us? Like literally. He wants more manufacturing. That was the industrial age. We are in the technological age now. We've moved on. He wants to go back, and that's very clearly visible as Trump made segregation not illegal in federal contracts and is blaming it on DEI. Dude, that's just straight up racism. And before MAGA says it's not, segregation is racist. It's racist.
Whether or not you believe that Donald Trump is racist no longer matters because his policies reveal deep racist sentiments and create codified racism. And now Donald Trump has repealed LBJ's executive order barring racial segregation. Donald Trump is bringing back segregation. And regardless of whether or not you think that in his heart he is racist, he has continued to embolden racist, white supremacists, and codify racial segregation. That is a problem that we haven't seen in over 50 years. He is inflaming racial sentiments. He is instigating white supremacist and Christian nationalists. So whether or not Donald Trump himself is racist no longer matters, because he is the first president to reinstitute segregation federally in over 50 years.
Joelle, Nicole Johnson, she made a really good point. She said, bring back segregation, let's do it. We're gonna have black-only restaurants, black-only shops, black-only theme parks, black-only everything, right? Those will be the only good places to go. With all the good food, the good music. It would bring me so much joy to see that. And they're not saying like, hey, you know, it's really truly blacks only. They would allow the approved whiteys like myself to come and think about it. That would kill all the racists that not only black people are spending their hard-earned dollars on only black businesses, but white people are too.
Y'all, we need to talk because the Trump schmatzy administration just banned segregation in all federal contracts. You know, segregation like separate bathrooms, Jim Crow 2.0 bullshit. By the way, a black man just delivered my freaking UPS mail. You all are fucking unhinged with this bullshit. And to be clear, this is not about policy change. This is not about saving money. This is a message, a big, loud dog whistle to black and brown people trying to instill psychological warfare, a message that they are not safe. And it is meant to make people feel small and afraid. And white folk, this message is for you. Y'all need to call this out, not just online, but at work, at school, at the dinner table. This ain't just politics, this is real life. If you stay quiet, you're part of the problem. Speak up, shut it down, because separate does not mean equal. It was never equal, and we are not going back. Take action. You want to do something? Read a fucking book. Better yet, support black businesses. By the way, ladies, they know some really great shit. Somebody find this company. I bought it at a Pride festival. It's freaking amazing. And when it's empty, I will buy more. Show up for your black and brown neighbors. This is the only way we're gonna win from these schmatzis. This is absolute, utter bullshit. For the love of God, share this post. Share it everywhere.
And I especially want our white friends to notice.
They're trying to pick a fight. I know that's what you said. You were very eloquent, and I watched the whole thing. You said you especially want our white friends and to notice, and I'm obviously white, and hopefully I can be called a friend. That's up to you. I don't know. I try to be a friend. But I know they're trying to pick a fight. They're absolutely trying to pick a fight. And that's not the first time they've done this. This is insidious the way they're doing it right now. And but I remember like in, was it 2020 during the George Floyd protests, I was out there with a lot of people. A lot of them look like me, and I saw the magical stack of bricks that just kind of appeared somewhere. Like no reason for a stack of bricks to be there. Yeah, but there was, I saw that. And then when peaceful protests turned to much more frustration and, radical actions, I'll just say, there's a lot of questions about who started that stuff. There was people that were on the ground that, like, saw the people who started that stuff. And there's a lot of us that still believe that shit's all a psyop, man. So I 100% think that they are trying to start a fight. That is what they want, so that they can mobilize the way they want. They've radicalized their supporters to the point that they will support very, very draconian actions against people, especially people of color. I believe they're trying to pick a fight, which leads me to believe that other tactics need to be employed. Now, I don't know what those tactics are, and even if I did know, I would not say on a platform like this. But there are smart people out there that understand this stuff better than me, and maybe we need to find them and listen to them, because I do think other tactics need to be employed. The stakes have been raised. The bar is high, and working class people, the working poor, oppressed people of every shape, size, color, religion, ethnicity, all the things we can think of, we need to rise up to the occasion. So anyways, great content. Thank you for teaching me. Namaste. I love you.
They're trying their best to get us out there protesting.
So please click on the stitch and go watch this video that I'm stitching off of. She makes some obviously really outstanding points as to why Black people don't need to be the ones on the front lines fighting these issues that this administration is obviously putting out there to try to get them to get out there and protest. And I am very glad that they are holding their ground and being strong and not doing that, although I know that probably for most of them it is a really difficult thing not to do. The biggest point she makes, and something that you really need to hear, if any of you watching this have any issues with Black people stating that they're sitting this one out, she states how the reason they are trying to get them to give in and get out there is because then they will do whatever they can to silence their voices, including martial law. And that is a fact. They are doing everything they can to dig into the soul and the heart of the Black community and force them to get out there. And if we don't step up more, and I know a lot of us are already doing that, but we've got to get out there en masse as much as possible. Now, I know for myself, I physically can't get out there and march, but I'm doing everything I can from where I am and what I have the ability to do. But I'm calling on all of you who don't have as much melanin as in your skin as they do, to get out there, to scream, to fight, to put your bodies on the line the way they have for so many decades. And to be clear, that's just decades. I was born in 1966, which is just after the Civil Rights Bill was signed. And I'm not even 60 years old yet. Now, some of you watching this may think that that's old, but in the grand scheme of life, it is not. It's still very new, and it can still be manipulated and changed, just like any other law, i.e. Roe v. Wade. Go watch her video. Listen with an open mind and an open heart, and do everything you can, everything you possibly can, to scream, to make the media cover this. Yes, a lot of what they're doing can be fought in courts, which she also brings up, and they completely understand that this is just to make them angry enough to get them out there so that this administration can use that as an excuse to hurt them. And we can't let that happen.
So as you've seen from the first clip of the black woman talking about these racist fascists who are just trying to gaslight black people. For instance, erasing great black men and women from history books, and it's all just crazy, guys. This is just a way of trying to gaslight black people. I hope we've seen that there is another white guy was in a car trying to react to that video of that black woman, and he was saying that they're trying to gaslight you black people. So don't get twisted, or don't fall for it. It is just a trap. They're trying to gaslight you. You go into the streets, you protest, and then they unleash the police against you. A lot of police brutality to happen, and then they bring back these martial laws. And I have never understood what is this that these white supremacists fear the most from black people, because everything that they're trying to do, it shows how maybe they just fearful, maybe they just fear black people, or I don't know. You will tell me in the comments. But a section of white people though don't buy the segregation bullshit, and they say they will stand with black people no matter what. No one wants to go back to the 60s, and so whose idea is this of bringing back segregation? Because I think segregation in the 60s worked pretty well in the United States, because it was during the mid industrial era, whereby if you don't work in an industry, you stand to lose a lot. But right now we are in the technological era. Young people are making money online. They don't care about you segregating them. They'll just go create a website for someone and make their own money. They'll just go look for a job online. Maybe they do AI. Maybe they're designers. Maybe they're graphic designers. You know, these IT experts. Everything is online right now, and it is definite, and it is more evident that white people are standing to lose a lot from this fight. So I don't know whose idea was this, but I think Mr. Donald Trump is Mr. Donald Trump's idea of segregation seems to bring more harm to him than prosperity, because I thought the white people will back him by saying that they want to move away from the black folks or the brown people. These are the Mexicans, or maybe you know when they talk about segregation, they're segregating anyone who is not a white person. And I'm talking about you're Indian, you're Korean, you're Arab, you're African, you're Mexican. So as long as you're not a white person, you're going to be segregated. And these people the black people are so happy. They're saying, like, you know what, just bring it on, baby. We don't care about you. If you're going to bring back segregation, we're going to show you who we really are, right? We work hard to make these dollars, and we spend them on white people's businesses. So if you try to segregate that, then we're going to build the black economy on the other hand, and we're going to rise up to become more superior. And so white people are not standing with him. They say they will stand with black people no matter what. By the way, I really liked how the lady in a white sweater showcasing products she had bought from a black-owned brand, and it shows how much white people have moved on from being conditioned into hating black people. I think yesterday I did a video, but I had to drop it, of Jane Elliott talking about racism, how racism is bred. You know, so it is high time white people. By the way, I must commend you guys, because yesterday I also did another video of white people trying to have a sit down with each other, talking about this issue of racism. Like, racism is inbred. It is someone is being taught to be racist as early as one. You know, so when you born racist or you bred racist, you definitely become a racist when you're a grown-up person. But white people are trying to break the norm of seeing them folks are becoming racist, and they haven't this civil education teaching each other, making each other aware. And so do these other white folks need to do. The conversation must not end online. You need to echo the voices of those people who are against racism. You need to support black businesses, brown businesses. You need to stand with your brothers and sisters, because the white supremacy are going to gain it all. But for you poor white people, you're going to lose it, because white people or the Mexican, black people and the Mexican people are your immediate neighbors in the community. So if you stand with them, definitely they're going to help you. And I don't know what's your take on this, but I'd like us to have the conversation going on in the replay. So most definitely I'll ask you to leave a comment. Don't forget to like this video so that the YouTube algorithm can be very favorable to me, and this video is going to be suggested to as many people as possible. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Let us become a family. Turn on post notifications. I post videos every day here, so it will be good and great if you get notified and get to watch my videos the first person. I hope to see you in my next video. Sound and good health. This is Awaken Africa, in your host Bemo. Peace out.